Hey guys, Zach Miner here for Rev3 Games, and today I am joined by Jackie Talbot.
Hello.
Who you probably know from shooting bros heads off in Call of Duty, right? But today we're here to talk about Tiger Woods' PGA Tour 13.
That's right.
A game that I'm very excited about. But I feel like it's not a game that I would typically associate with you, Jackie.
Yeah, well, I think I played it for the wrong reasons. I mean, I loved the last one, and I really got into it because it was just kind of silly and fun, but it's kind of my, not shooter go-to game.
What do you like about it?
I don't know. I love the snarky commentators, and I like all the crazy power-up boosts when you're shooting, and
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I obviously don't play golf. I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
So I guess we kind of like it for opposite reasons. Because
I know.
I've been playing Tiger Woods for years, and I always play with my friends, and we always turn off all that power boost bullshit.
I know. I was telling you that's what I miss, and you're like, I don't even know that was fucking there. It's stupid.
Yeah, I turned that shit off. I'm all about doing the super difficult tournament difficulty without any of the power boosts or in-air spin or anything like that.
Yeah, I love the spin.
So, well, that's all right. So we both had a chance to play it this past weekend, and last year's Tiger Woods was all about the Masters, right? It was all about introducing this new tournament.
Yeah.
It almost didn't feel like a Tiger Woods game. It felt like a Masters game.
Right.
He wasn't even on the cover. Yeah. And I felt like I kind of had to speak in hushed tones as I was playing the game. I didn't want to swear. I had to wear a collared shirt as I was playing it. But this year is all about the gameplay.
Yeah, definitely.
So they've done a bunch of new things. They've totally revamped the swing mechanic. They've added two new things. They've added a swing meter and a strike meter, right? So the swing meter it's kind of similar to what it was last year, but instead of choosing your aim and the game telling you, okay, so this is, you want to aim here, that's 90% of your total strength.
Yeah, it would give you a percent of what you need to do.
Right, and so you would say, okay, well if that's 90%, then I need to take whatever would be 10% off my swing, and kind of guess. Now there's this on-screen swing display where you kind of see, it shows you what your backswing should look like.
Yeah.
And you have to try and hit that far. Kind of it's almost similar to the putting meter they had in games, but kind of applied to this.
I feel like it's not too different as far as how you swing. It's just visually it's displayed different, which makes it a lot easier to kind of deal with.
Yeah.
Instead of obviously trying to figure out the percentages and the fact that they actually make the tempo and stuff matter with that.
Right. So that is the big difference.
Obviously,
it's not just visually. Yeah. Now tempo matters. So it's dependent on both how far your backswing is. You can either underswing or overswing, and that will lead to less or more power. And then the tempo, which also has that, you can have either too fast tempo, too slow tempo. Overall, I really like the new swing meter. I think that it provides some nice visual feedback as you're swinging. Actually, I went back and played the Masters after playing this, and you're kind of swinging blind. You don't really know, all right, if I'm trying to hit this 83%, I don't really know where I am.
Yeah.
And now you can see how far your backswing goes back. It's a lot easier to fine tune your swing. So I think it's a positive step.
Definitely.
The other big change is the strike meter. Now when you address the ball, there's a strike meter in the bottom right that you control with your analog stick, and it basically controls where you're trying to place your club head on the ball.
Right.
And so the idea is that when you're hitting out of the rough or hitting out of the sand, you're going to see your ball is partially submerged in the rough or the sand. And so you have to kind of place your strike meter to try and dig the ball out.
Yeah.
I think it works a lot better than in the previous games when you were in sand or you were in rough. It was basically okay, so my max swing is 60%.
Yeah.
So it's just math there. But now it actually requires some skill to try and dig the ball out of these places.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of a cool addition, and it seems like more of a significant upgrade than the swing meter, in my opinion. You can still open and close your stance before you address the ball, and that will affect fade and draw. And you can also move the position of the ball, and that will adjust loft.
Yeah.
Right?
So it's definitely a lot. You have a lot of control over what kind of swing you want to do, and that's a big improvement. And I feel like it's laid out just in general a lot easier, the way you switch through clubs and kind of get a feel for where you're gonna shoot the ball. Obviously, I feel like it's a lot more organized in that sense.
I agree. I think sports games are kind of inherently iterative, and I think that this year they took some risk and made changes to the core mechanics, and I think that they work really well. They're not super drastic, but they're nice changes, they're streamlined, and it feels like a much more contemporary game than the other ones.
Definitely, yeah, and it looks amazing.
It looks really good.
It almost looks like the difference from a next-gen console.
Really?
Looks, I think so. I think it looks awesome.
It certainly does look good. So the other other big change was Tiger Woods 13 now has Kinect functionality on the Xbox, right?
That's right.
So now you can play with friends, you can turn off the controller, and you can basically just kind of free swing. So how does that work?
The way it works is, you have different gestures that you do to aim up your shot. For example, when you want to like view, you gotta, look down the sights, and like if you want to get down on your lie, you have to like actually squat to see where it all is. And it's that's awesome. That's a lot of fun. I wasn't completely feeling it, to be honest, until I played the Kinect version because it was so much fun.
Interesting.
But I also do like, so you light up your shot, you get to like stick your arm out and grab and like move where you want to, aim.
Yeah.
And then once you're ready, you just clasp your hands and shoot it off.
Yeah.
So I thought it was really intuitive as far as the Kinect controls, and it was really simple and smooth, and obviously, there's Kinect issues with kind of every game, but that's just depending on...
Highly depends on your setup,
obviously,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think that it's implemented really well. One of the things we didn't say about the swing is that they took away the like pound A for extra boost, which I never played with anyway, but I know that it was in the game by default.
Right.
And so they've kind of made the core game much more of a stimulation, even more than it was.
Yeah.
And the Kinect is kind of the opposite of that because it's a much more accessible game, right? Like you can pull some Happy Gilmore swings for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so the Kinect functionality is really good.
Yeah, I thought it was a lot of fun.
A couple other things that they added for this version. There's a new coins mechanic where in addition to XP for your golfer, playing rounds earns you coins, which are kind of an in-game currency that you can spend on downloadable courses. You can spend them on pins, which are this kind of new mechanic where before you play a round, you can assign little pins, which are basically boosts, like buffs for your golfer.
Right.
So there's 16 total courses, 5 new courses including Crooked Stick, Kiowa Island, Royal Brookdale, Royal Country, and Valhalla. There's also 15 DLC courses, including a lot of old favorites like Predator and these fantasy courses. And before, you could only buy them through Microsoft points, right? Now you can actually buy rounds using the in-game coins currency.
Right.
And you can actually essentially play these courses for free, which is really cool.
Yeah.
And then you can actually unlock unlimited rounds if you achieve course mastery on these downloadable courses. So that's cool. A couple other things they added. There's now a Tiger Legacy mode, which is basically skills challenge, but it's kind of framed within Tiger's life, so you can go back and play like toddler Tiger and go on TV and stuff.
And all of his like most memorable games, you can go relive as him.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. I think it's a nice spin on like the skills challenge. There's also some new online components. There's now country clubs, which are kind of like guilds. There's
like
a
a
Rev3 Games country club. You should go sign up if you get this game. Overall, what do you think, Jen?
I think it's super detailed, super customizable, and a lot better laid out and kind of more accessible in every way.
Yeah.
A lot of what I loved about the last one was taken out, which doesn't seem to bother you as a real Tiger Woods player. But I kind of miss that stuff. I miss the commentators, and I miss like
they're still
the power boost.
commentators.
I know, but they're not like talking shit and like being really rude sometimes. Like making me like, come on, bitch, like tell me I can't. Like but overall, the Kinect controls completely sold me. I feel like it's a really solid Kinect game. Probably one of the best Kinect games that I've ever played.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't own that many, but
yeah, there's not that many good Kinect games.
yeah, but this one's
Makes
solid.
it easier to be a really good one, I guess,
There you go,
right?
exactly. The bar's set really low, so way to go, Tiger.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. I like the game for different reasons, and so I feel like it improved in all of those. The new swing and strike mechanics are great. Kinect is super fun. There's still a couple odd quirks. Like the game is so big and there's so much in there that I don't feel like the menus are organized as logically as they could be. For instance, when you're trying to refill pins, there's no way for you to buy pins within that menu. Like if you're about to play a round, you have to back all the way out and go to the store to do it. It just doesn't really make sense. And then when you're about to play a round, there's no way for you to glance at the course objective or the course mastery objectives before you actually play that round. You can do it in the middle of a game if you go to the caddy's book. So little stuff like that, but overall, it's a great Tiger Woods game. If you like the previous ones, you're gonna love it.
Yeah.
There's a demo out. Well, the game comes out today, but there's also a demo out so you can try out the new swing for yourself. And yeah, if you get the game and get the online pass, be sure to join the Rev3 Games Country Club.
Better.
It's a super classy affair.
It's a super fucking classy piece of shit there.
Yeah. Sure. All right, Jackie. Yeah, so that's our Tiger Woods review. Let us know what you thought. We're both on Twitter. I'm at Zach Miner.
And at Jackie Talbot.
We're also on there at Rev3 Games. And when Jackie is not playing Kinect Tiger Woods, she's usually fragging bros. So look out for her on Call of Duty. And I guess that's it.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys next time.
See ya.